Hi, welcome to the Female Student Network Trust Newsroom, where we get to discuss trending and pertinent issues within the university world. I'm your host for the day, Audrey Matambo. And today, with me in the home, we have Tanato and Kuti, two female university students. Today, we are going to be discussing about the blessee relationships within the universities. And in the house, I have Tanato and Kuti. Afternoon, ladies.
Afternoon.
Fine, thanks. Do you mind to introduce yourself? The world wants to know who we have in the house.
Okay, good afternoon to you all. My name is Tanatwa Michael Zimani. I'm a third-year university student at the University of Zimbabwe. I'm studying my degree in social work. I'm also a poet and an activist.
Oh, nice. So we have Tanato Margaret Simani, a social work student at the University of Zimbabwe, a poet and an activist as well. And on my left?
Oh, good afternoon. I'm Kudai Subsiswemkhala. I'm studying social work and in my third year at Bindra University. Thank you.
Oh, nice. That's a social work student from the Bindra University of Science Education. You're welcome, ladies. So, like I said before, we are going to be talking about the blessee relationships. I hear those are quite trending in universities. So, just to hear from you guys, what is a blesser? Because from my own understanding, trust me, I call them it's the sugar-coated sugar daddies of nowadays. That's how I call them. That's how I see places. So I would like to hear from you guys. You're coming straight from the university. This is where it's all happening. That's where the action is. What's a blesser? When you call in saying someone is a blesser, my blesser, what are you really referring to? Could you hear from me first?
Okay, a blesser, yeah, like what you're saying, Andrea, they are these sugar daddies. Like we are just using the term blesser just maybe to sugarcoat it. Yes. So a blesser is more of a boyfriend, or I can't really say is a boyfriend, but yeah, he's a boyfriend or more of maybe friends with benefits, something like that. And it's just I'm getting something from him, and he's getting something from me, and it's not something like we're saying we're planning to have a future together. So it's just something that is happening like that time. I'm getting something from him, and he's getting something from me. That's basically blessing. Like those, I think it's coming from the biblical blessing. Yeah. Something like that.
Interesting. So from Kudzi, a blesser is more of a friend with benefits, whereby it's a give and take kind of relationship. Wow. And from you, Tanato, what's a blesser?
Personally, I associate a blesser and a blessee with transactional sex. This is a relationship with benefits, as she said earlier on. We are in this relationship for the benefits. Most students who engage in relationship with blessers, if you look at those men, they will be old enough to be my father or your father or even your grandfather. And mostly those men are old and very, very old, and they would also be married. So I would say a blesser is somebody who's married, one, who's old enough to be your father, and you're in a relationship not because of the love, but because of the material things that come with the relationship.
Wow, that's quite a detailed definition of a blesser. Okay, so I picked something up. Firstly, a blesser, it's a transaction type of relationship, and also the men are usually old, really old men. Wow, interesting. Oh, seems a lot of girls have a lot of guts out there. Anyway, so I need to know what really drives someone to have a blesser, or what force is there behind someone having a blesser? Is it that we're trying to make ends meet? Are we trying to maybe pay our fees, or it's just peer pressure, or people are just doing it for the fun of it? What's really the force behind it?
Okay, on blessers, I think it's because maybe when this whole blesser thing started, maybe it was because of the material things. Maybe I'm facing some economic challenges. I'm school groceries and the likes, and I want something to sustain me, keep a college, keep a campus. But then now the way I'm seeing it is like a trend, just because it's happening, and then I just want to have a blesser, and we are not content. So nowadays it's more like maybe I'm not content with Shantu one, I'm from financial, so I just want to slay this thing campus. So that's leading us to engaging into these closer relationships.
Hey. Okay, now that's getting more interesting. It's not necessarily about people wanting to make ends meet or not having enough on campus, but at times it's just about a matter of slave.
Yes.
Hey, this slave queen.
Yeah.
Yo, so it takes a lot to be a slave queen, eh?
Yeah. It really does.
Okay, so apart from that, are there any benefits, Tanazo? Do you feel there are any benefits people get from these blessed relationships, or it's just a dead end type of relationship?
Okay, for my own personal view, I think there's relationship, they come with blessing, they come with benefits, of course, because I would not want to date a man who's old enough to be my father just for the fun of it. Obviously, it's not for the fun of it. I would want to be different, but I think it's about materialistic things.
Okay.
The blesser buys you a car you give him 6.
Oh.
The blesser rents a beautiful house, maybe in Manukel or somewhere there. Other students are living in Rez, right? And you decide to go and live in Manukel. So there are benefits between the men and the girl who are involving in the blesser relationship. Also, I think, as we were saying earlier on, it's all about keeping up appearances. Kutimunwese is saying, this girl's staying bros on flick, the clothes she wears, she's wearing Nike, she's wearing Gucci, she's wearing whatever levels they'll be wearing. So it's mainly about keeping appearances. People wanting to be celebrated. I do not know wanting to be celebrated for what reason exactly, but it's about keeping up appearances, wanting people to notice you. Exactly. So there are benefits.
Okay, now that you're talking about all of this, I'm now trying to think. How do people react? Okay, obviously, so you're telling me that people that engage in blessed relationships, is it possible for them to have a normal relationship with a normal guy of their age, whom they don't have to get those cars and transactional sex from, etc., or it's not really quite difficult for them to engage in those type of relationships because they feel if I'm dating someone, I have to be getting something materialistic in return?
I think this issue of blessers is really affecting like those relationships that we have with my booba and my ubas, those university student boys. So because I'm getting maybe I'm getting a car, maybe I'm getting like every day. I'm getting so not I just say I need this and then sort of a 20 and then I come back now to my booba and the guy I not to know my combo. I'm starting to compare now, and then I end up to neglect this young man. I don't know serious and do see the future with me now. And I'm focusing on the places. And then I also think coming back to the benefits for those who are not so into this personal relationships, who are not so know the materialistic things. For some, they're starting businesses that will grow to just something. No talent was selling on that place. I told a business like that. If like the resources, that you can save that little money you're getting and then start your own business and then become an independent employee.
Oh, interesting. Asakamayuba and Mamawan. Guys in the universities, we are really on time.
Yeah.
But anyways, just to try and round this up, what are the long-term effects of this? Like you mentioned, some come out as independent women, but what are the other long-term effects that come up with these relationships?
Okay, we're talking about the disadvantages or the effects, as you say earlier on. It's quite obvious that most of the students get exposed to sexually transmitted infections. For example, AIDS. AIDS is a very common disease amongst youngsters these days. Most of those students end up getting AIDS. And the other thing is that you end up losing focus on the main goal. You came to school to learn, to get a degree, graduate, and then develop or become a better person. But then once you are focusing on a life that is not yours, you are focusing on keeping up appearances. so that the whole world sees, we are married, but at the end of the day, you forget that, and then you dwell in this life that you have created that is not yours. Most of these girls, they do not graduate. Some of them, you end up repeating. Maybe you're actually enjoying the slang and the blazer life. So some of them, they intentionally fail so that it's a business that they are doing. And then another effect of blazer and blessing relationships is that you lose your own pride as a woman. You understand? I'm a woman, created. I'm just saying, women should take pride in themselves, and there's no need for you to sell yourself short all kinds of money and all that. You lose your image. And when I say you lose respect even among your peers, and then the other effect, I think, we're talking about some of them, and usually this older men do not use protection. And then one, you're getting an STI. Two, you might even get pregnant. And then most of those girls, obviously, they do not want to carry these children. They go for abortions. Think, let's say you started slaying, let's say in 2-1. 2-1, you get an abortion. 2-2, another abortion. 3-3, another abortion. Maybe that's 4 abortions. Will you be able to give birth after that? You will not, and because it's never effects and all that. So yeah, I think from my own perspective, these are some of the disadvantages.
Okay, when the conversation started, I was getting heated up thinking, okay, maybe these blessed relationships do work and they do have a bit of benefits coming up. But then now, after you talking about the effects and everything, I'm now drawn back and I'm thinking twice, is it really worth the risk? But anyways, as young women that are out there making an impact in the communities that you work with and the communities that you lead, what advice can you give, or what can you totally say to other students out there? You know, there are a lot of people out there that are, some are engaging in the blessed relationships, others are contemplating to be a part of it, others are just going to get to university, and when you see the slave, I also want to be part of it. So as young women making an impact and a difference within your communities, what do you have to say to the world as we round up? You know, and I'm thinking maybe next week we need to have guys on this talk show, telling us what they really feel, how they go about this blessed relationship. But you don't have your girlfriend, so Kutsi, what do you have to say to the students out there?
I would like to say, take pride in what you are and what you have. Let's be content. Because the issue nowadays, there's this issue of kusagutikana. Let's just be content. Yeah, everyone wants to slay, update Instagram and everything else. But then, just be who you are. So that's it. I think that's the message I would like to
And then I would like to say to my fellow female students, those who might be thinking of doing business, no, you should remember and never forget why you came to university. A degree, most of them is just 4 years. Why can't you just be humble? Live within your means for this 4 years. You will not die, honestly. You just come to university, get your degree. After getting your degree, maybe you get a job, become someone better. And I know sometimes, so knowing that I started from the bottom, I was the one who started this business with all my hassles and this is all mine. I think you take pride in that, knowing that I did this for myself, not just for any other man. And then for ladies, think about it. You're dating a married man. Another woman is praying because of you. Another woman is fasting because of you. God, those women will be praying, I'm telling you. They'll be praying because Karma will come back for you. Let's not win it. You would not want to be another woman's prayer request. Just do things for yourself, man. You can do it. Of course, them and all that. But as women, we should empower each other. So not put we We should empower each other. So ask those who are doing good, how exactly did they do it? Did they go through the passage Hima blesses? Ask exactly those who made it, your mentors, you ask them how did they make it in life. There are other better means to getting income and money besides placer and getting a placer.
Oh, interesting. And as I would say, smart girls don't lose focus on their goal. Smart girls live according to their means. Smart girls never go about looking to destroy another woman's house. So you know what, ladies out there, in as much as we're mindful places have so many benefits or things work out well, smart girls don't do that. Let's work our way up to the sky, because what we're looking for is female empowerment and not disempowerment through having to have a placer who's just going to take advantage of you and abuse you and harass you. So let's stay safe and continuously log into Female Student Network Trust for more views and comments. You're welcome. Thank you. Hi, welcome to the Female Student Network newsroom, where we get to discuss pertinent and trending issues within the universities. So be sure to like, subscribe on our YouTube channel, and for more comments and views, feel free to send them in. Thank you.